sunshine today, but the clouds are taking over tomorrow with those rain and storm chances coming back into the picture Friday through Sunday. All those details coming up.
Now at 10, Columbia County hosting a candidates forum tonight for their upcoming primary. We spoke to those running for office. Also ahead, a resource fair in Augusta today, getting help to those who need it most. And primary season is underway, a breakdown of the ballot in Richmond County. As your news at 10 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 10 on MeTV.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you so much for joining us. Coverage you can count. Time now for a first check of the weather. Here's Jennifer Tracci.
Well, it was a beautiful sunny day, nice and dry. The Green Jackets game is wrapped up, and we got a win over the Salem Red Sox. So a beautiful night to be out and enjoying some baseball. The skies are mostly clear, and the temperatures are still warm. You're taking a look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam now, SRP Park. So naturally, no rainfall today in Augusta, and we had some very near average temperatures. High today was 87, low was 61. That puts us right around our average with both the high and low. And right now we're in the low 70s. 70 in Augusta, 73 in Barnwell. Allendale, you're at 75. Same temperature down in Millen. Let's see here, Wrightsville still at 77 degrees, 75 in Waynesboro, and 74 in Crawfordville. So definitely a pretty warm and muggy Thursday evening. Dew points are sitting in the mid-60s. Winds are very light at the moment, only up to around 6 miles per hour in Edgefield. Otherwise, they're calm all across the area with clear skies across the two-state. Not a drop of rain in sight. But look at all this to our west. Cloud cover moving in with a very large batch of rain here that has been causing a lot of trouble in Houston especially, and now is moving into Louisiana, Mississippi. Very gusty winds here, and that's what we'll be watching for some impacts to our area tomorrow. There is a marginal risk of severe weather just for portions of Emmanuel and Johnson counties, so definitely no major severe weather threat, but it will be very rainy tomorrow. Starting out your day dry, though, and becoming partly cloudy, temperatures in the low to upper 60s, and giving it a 60% chance of rain starting late Friday morning. More rain on the way this weekend. All those details coming up. Back to you, Jenny.
All right, thank you so much, Jenna. A local mental health group is helping nonprofits come together so they can help others. Golden Harvest, Goodwill, the Augusta Housing Authority, and the Department of Public Health were among those at the fair. It's usually once a year, but they may have another one again in the fall.
You know what? You have to treat the whole person, and there are lots of needs, whether it be a light bill, food, clothing, all of those things. And all of these partners provide those resources so that our patients can succeed, and that's huge, and that's a better community.
If you didn't attend the event, there's still ways you can benefit from the resources. Just visit Serenity Behavioral Health Systems for more. Graduation season is here, and one local student is turning the tassel at just 12 years old. Megan Boland graduated last Friday in a ceremony held for local homeschool students. She enrolled at Aiken Technical College last August for dual enrollment and received a scholarship from the ATC Foundation. Boland is working toward an associate's degree in science and wants to become an orthodontist.
I've had a lot of help and support. My dad is always pushing me to do better. Like if I get a 98 on a test, he's like, why didn't you make a 100? It's just, he definitely pushes me. And then my mom has given me that coaching that I needed. And it's just been rolling.
Boland will take classes at Aiken Tech this summer and is on track to finish her associate's degree by May of 2025. Stay with us. Cicadas are out and snakes are too. What you need to know after the break.
And we'll have some mostly cloudy days ahead with on and off rain and thunderstorms. Also staying very warm and muggy. All those details right after the break.
At Hammond Hills Animal
People care.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the sunshine today because we won't really see much sun again until Monday. But right now on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam, it's still mostly clear and it's a very warm night. We're sitting at 70 degrees in Augusta. Calm winds, dew points in the mid-60s. And across the CSRA, actually some mid-70s still. 75 In Waynesboro, 73 in Gibson, and Edgefield, 71 in Aiken. Bamberg, you're at 75, 75 as well in Allendale and Wrightsville. And as for satellite and radar, not much going on this evening across the two-state. We do have high pressure still in control, but notice the clouds starting to creep into western Georgia, and that's just the beginning of a very cloudy and wet setup that we'll eventually see move into our direction tomorrow morning. Right now, this is causing a lot of severe weather anywhere from Houston over towards Baton Rouge, a very gusty line here. In fact, Houston possibly had up to 100-mile-per-hour wind gusts just a couple hours ago, causing a lot of trouble right around rush hour traffic time. So fortunately for us, this system will weaken as it makes its way towards the East Coast. Still the chance of some storms tomorrow, but I'm not expecting much severe weather, if any at all. Starting out the day dry, 63 degrees, climbing to 83 in the afternoon with that chance of some storms. And then on Saturday, overcast with rain and storms as well, 82 for both your Saturday and Sunday. And then still that chance of rain even into Sunday. Our futurecast starting out tomorrow at 5 a.m. It will be a dry start if you're headed out early. Then around 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, the rain becomes more widespread. And by 4 o'clock, some heavy downpours possible, thunder and lightning as this warm front lifts to our north. That puts us in the area of instability for that potential of severe weather. And this continues into Saturday. Notice this very gusty line here with some cells that could contain some hail and rotation, but it really does fall apart as it moves into the CSRA. Saturday at 9 o'clock, really actually mostly dry, so this will be on and off rain and storms over the next few days. Let's bring it closer to home. Friday at 8 a.m., this light rain moves in. I'm talking very, very light rain by the afternoon. That's when we can see some heavier downpours, a little bit of thunder and lightning, but overall nothing significant expected for your Friday and into Friday night as well, not much rain. Now, when we combine all 3 days though, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it is possible some locations could pick up over 2 inches, but for the most part will be around 1.5 inches. There's also a marginal risk of severe weather across the entire CSRA for Saturday, as we do have the potential of those damaging wind gusts and hail. Once again, the threat is still very low. Our low temperatures tonight will be in the low 60s with the clouds moving in the morning. Partly cloudy throughout your day tomorrow with the on and off rain and storms. Upper 70s through mid 80s. And that 10-day forecast showing us around 82 degrees over the next few days with rain chances anywhere from 50 to 60%. So not a complete washout for any of these days, but you'll definitely need to keep the rain gear handy if you're out and about. And then as we go into Monday, the skies will begin to clear. We'll briefly go down to 78 Monday, but then upper 80s by next Wednesday.
All right. Thank you so much, Jenna. Summer is just around the corner, and that means snake season. And there's a lot to talk about, whether it's cicadas, meaning more snakes. Snake experts say we may see more copperheads because of the cicadas. But there aren't actually more of them. It's just that snakes are eating the cicadas, causing the snakes to be more obvious in places where cicadas are. A controversial graduation speech has put a Super Bowl champion in hot water. What he said about women and their roles, as your news continues.
Do you suffer daily with pain, numbness? Destination. Harry's has all your outdoor power equipment and grilling needs covered under one roof.
Caring for Carolina. Throughout the years, News Channel 6 has been honored to impact the lives of thousands of families in need. It's our way of giving back to the community we proudly serve. Sponsored by Aiken Regional Medical Centers and Bathfitter. The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better, with easier access to local news, weather, and streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app.
Let's see where it takes us. Good morning, Augusta.
Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker is facing a lot of backlash over a recent speech at a college commencement. His speech criticizing working women and calling Pride Month a deadly sin. Stephanie Ramos reports.
Tonight, the NFL responding to that commencement speech from Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker and his controversial comments about women, abortion, and the LGBTQ community.
I've gained quite the reputation for speaking my mind.
The Super Bowl winner delivering the commencement address Saturday at Benedictine College, a conservative Catholic liberal arts school in Kansas. Butker addressing the female graduates, saying that while they may go on to have successful careers, he guesses the majority are most excited to be wives and mothers.
I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now, about to cross this stage, and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
Conservative sports commentator Clay Travis coming to his defense.
I saw people saying you got to cut him. How dare he say it? I didn't even see him say anything remotely controversial.
Butker then referring to Pride Month as a deadly sin.
Not the deadly sin sort of pride that has an entire month dedicated to it, but the true God-centered pride that is cooperating with the Holy Ghost to glorify Him.
The advocacy group GLAD outraged.
I couldn't believe it was such an outdated, antiquated view on LGBTQ people and women and using religion in a way.
The NFL stating Harrison Butker gave a speech in his personal capacity. His views are not those of the NFL as an organization. The NFL is steadfast in our commitment to inclusion, which only makes our league stronger.
There is a Change.org petition demanding the Chiefs release Butker. So far, no comment from the team. But despite the headlines surrounding this controversial speech, Butker did receive a standing ovation. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, New York.
Still ahead, we look to one of the longest-running Olympic sports, how two Olympians are spreading the love to their communities, as your news continues. Every day, ordinary people in the CSRA do extraordinary things to serve our community. Each month, News Channel 6 recognizes these outstanding volunteers with the Giving Your Best Award. Do you know an everyday hero who goes the extra mile to help others? Nominate them for the Giving Your Best Award by visiting WJBF.com and filling out the entry form.
Sponsored by Science Co., Piedmont Augusta, Security Federal Bank, and News Channel 6.
You've seen their...
Hey. Last but not least tonight, even though it's months away, Christmas is on the minds of many at Hallmark, preparing to show the joy of the holiday. Reagan Porter shows us the first ever Hallmark Christmas experience.
Event organizers tell me they're expecting to see 80 to 100,000 people during the Hallmark Christmas experience.
Be merry, make memories, find magic.
The Hallmark newsroom sent this video and a rendering of what people can expect. The Crown Center Square will be transformed into a winter wonderland right outside Hallmark's headquarters. Senior Vice President of Brand Development Lindsay Roy says the mayor's Christmas tree will be enhanced. There will be a Christmas marketplace where people can buy presents, a light walk, ice skating, foodie, and drinks. Then inside the Westin Hotel at Crown Center, they're offering signature ticketed events where you could meet 37 Hallmark stars as we count down to Christmas.
So these events will be behind-the-scenes screenings, an event we're calling Reindeer Games, where you can watch these stars have fun and compete in game shows. There's a package that has an opportunity to get a photo up, all kinds of fun stuff like that.
Ticket packages are on sale now. Working for you, they're going for about $260 to $700.
Spikes have been huge, and so we're already selling very fast. We expect some of the packages to even sell out today.
The immersive experience starts November 29th and will run weekends through Christmas.
Again, the fun outside here on the square will be free. Individual tickets for events inside go on sale this summer.
So if you are planning to go to Kansas City,
Yes.
or maybe people will just fly to Kansas City to take advantage of that.
I'm sure.
Absolutely.
I would love to. I mean, I love a good Hallmark Christmas movie.
Yep.
Well, for our forecast this week, the rain chances are going up. Starting tomorrow, scattered showers and storms in the forecast. Same thing for Saturday. Highs around 82. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then the skies will clear out on Monday. We'll briefly cool down to the upper 70s, lows in the upper 50s. And then we warm right back up Tuesday and next week, and then upper 80s next Wednesday, and then some isolated storms in the forecast again later on next week.
The news continues at the top of the hour over on WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
And Hogan's Heroes is next here on BTV.
Columbia County is preparing for their upcoming primary. We'll take you to the candidates forum in Grovetown and a local student showing us that you're never too young to chase your dreams. Details on the local 12-year-old enrolled in college classes. Your News at 11 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with big decisions at the local polls taking people across parts. It is time now for a first check of the forecast. Here's meteorologist Jenna Petracci.
Well, we had a really nice day. It was very warm, summer-like conditions with partly cloudy skies, and now it's mostly clear as we take a look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam at Augusta Regional Airport. Winds are pretty calm and temperatures were warm, and we were overall right around average today with both the low and the high. Started out at 61 at Augusta Busch Field, warmed up to 87, and will be a little bit cooler tomorrow morning, more so in those low 80s. But in the meantime, upper 60s through low 70s at the moment. 69 in Augusta, 72 in Barnwell, 70 in McCormick. Millen, you're sitting at 71. Wrightsville at 73 and 72 in Waynesboro. The dew points are pretty high, mid to upper 60s, so still a lot of moisture around despite the high pressure in control. And we'll definitely see an increase in moisture tomorrow as those rain chances go up. Winds are very calm, pretty much everyone under 3 miles per hour. And as for satellite and radar, pretty much nothing going on across the two-state. Completely dry, but the clouds are creeping into western Georgia now. All a part of this low-pressure system that's been causing a lot of trouble for our friends around the Gulf Coast. Starting in Houston, Texas a few hours ago, there were some really gusty winds, even possibly some tornadoes that caused a lot of power lines to go down, a lot of traffic around rush hour. Very messy situation there with possibly up to 100-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Now this line is starting to weaken as it passes into Baton Rouge and New Orleans, and it will continue to weaken further as it moves into our direction, putting a slight risk of severe weather as far east as Albany. But for us, it's just a marginal risk in only 2 counties, Johnson and Emmanuel. The rest of the CSRA not under a threat of severe weather tomorrow. And we are starting out the day dry through the 8 o'clock hour, starting out in those low to mid 60s. But then there is a 60% chance of rain for the rest of your Friday. Overcast skies and more rain and storms Saturday and Sunday. I'll have a look at the futurecast for all of these days coming up shortly, but back to you, Jenny.
All right, thank you. The Columbia County
Channel 6.
The CDC says drug overdose deaths are down in Georgia and South Carolina. From 2022 to 2023, overdose deaths went down by 6% in South Carolina and 5% in Georgia. Experts say Narcan is the biggest factor in the downward trend. Law enforcement agencies say they work with communities to spread awareness about the drug and how to administer it.
The areas now we need to be focusing on is how we can provide access to those that are uninsured or underinsured to get the health care that they need to get off these drugs. These addictions are very powerful, and people that I talk to that have addiction problems say that, the only thing that gives them relief is taking the drug again.
In the U.S., overdose deaths went down by 3%. The federal government has taken another step toward legalizing marijuana. Today, the Justice Department made a formal move to reclassify cannabis as a less dangerous drug. The news comes after a recommendation from the Department of Health and Human Services. This does not legalize marijuana, but puts it in the same classification as steroids. President Biden says the change will help reverse long-standing inequities. A local 12-year-old is now a high school graduate, and now she's on her way to getting a college degree. Graham Lee has the story.
I still have them.
While most 12-year-olds are finishing elementary school, Megan Boland has put herself in a completely different category.
It feels really good. I feel very accomplished.
She loves to sing at her church, play guitar, and yes, even golf. But last Friday, she received a high school diploma and 2 scholarships to continue her education at Aiken Tech. Megan says it's all part of her plan to become an orthodontist.
So I recently got braces, and after I got them, I kind of just was thinking about how much of an impact people like orthodontists and dentists make every day. I also have an aunt, she's a dental hygienist, and she's just kind of my inspiration for this whole thing.
Her parents saw that potential from the time she was a toddler. Her mom, Amber, says despite what it looks like, there's never been any rush.
That's kind of the funny part of it is the whole time it's felt like a natural pace. And so I think for us, rather than this was a rush, it's if we had gone on a normal schedule, I think it would have felt painfully slow. This really, I think for her, was just a natural pace.
She started dual enrollment last fall, and school officials say her progress is astounding.
We put her in one math class, a 101 math class, which was kind of a preliminary or prerequisite. And 7 weeks into the class, it was like she's slaughtering and she's done and she's way beyond where she needs to be. So
all it needs is just a little encouragement, a little motivation, and most importantly, have fun with it. You're doing something that probably 5% of the world is doing.
In Aiken, Graham Lee, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Coming up, Serenity Behavior Health held a resource fair today. Now, several nonprofits united to lend a helping hand to those in need. We'll show you when we come back. And after a nice sunny day, the clouds are taking over tomorrow. Also, rain chances going up starting tomorrow and continuing through Sunday, and it will still feel very warm and muggy. All those details with a look at the future cast as we return. Philathon. At Tile Center, our highly trained design professionals will discuss your ideas and provide helpful suggestions to help you create that dream room from beginning to end. Our goal is to provide excellent customer service that instills confidence in our clients about the quality of products you select for your home. Come see why for yourself at any of our locations at Tile Center or online at tilecenter.com. Your tile and stone experts.
Over the years, thousands of people have gotten their hands on one. And who knows, you could be next. Win your very own Good Morning Augusta coffee mug at WJBF.com/coffee club. Sponsored by Honda Cars of Aiken. Local Living, Saturday mornings at 9:30 on News Channel 6. The Live 5-for-6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live 5-for-6.
Welcome back. It's a nice Thursday night. Not much going on across the CSRA. Warm and muggy when you step outside. And tomorrow morning, definitely a warm start with some clouds moving in. We'll start out the morning dry just like it is now, but the rain is creeping into our area slowly but surely. You're taking a look now at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam outside the station. We're at 69 degrees in Augusta. Winds are calm, dew points in the mid-60s, and we're still seeing a lot of 70s. 70 in Washington and Crawfordville, 69 in Louisville, Edgefield at 71. Barnwell, you're sitting at 72 degrees and 71 as well in Bamberg. Satellite radar is showing the clear conditions across the two-state, but there's the clouds moving into the Atlanta metro now. And check out all this rain across Mississippi, and this is the area of concern here. See how that's really bowing out. That's where there's actually some destructive severe thunderstorm warnings in place. This has been holding together over the past few hours. Caused a lot of issues in Houston right around rush hour time. A lot of gusty winds out there, possibly up to 100 miles per hour. Now, fortunately, this will weaken by the time it makes its way to our area, but it will definitely still bring us some rain starting tomorrow. Anywhere from, say, Atlanta, Macon out towards the west, that's where there's a chance of severe weather. Can't rule out a couple strong storms tomorrow, but I'm not concerned about severe. It'll be dry in the morning. We'll warm up to around 83 degrees in the afternoon, and we'll be around 82 both Saturday and Sunday with pretty cloudy skies and the on and off rain and storms. So let's get right into our future cast. First, we'll look at the southeast view here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. We'll keep things dry. Then we'll see a lot of light rain throughout the day. So most of it on Friday will be very light, but once that warm front moves to our north, that puts us in the area of instability. So that's why we do have the chance of some stronger storms and severe weather as we go into Saturday. The cold front will slowly but surely move through on Sunday, and that'll bring some more rain, eventually drying out on Monday. Here's a closer look Friday at 8 a.m. Our western counties start to see some of that light rain. Widespread coverage, but very, very light. And then as we go into the afternoon, some heavier downpours possible, thunder and lightning, but I'm really not seeing any severe potential. Then as we go into Saturday morning, overall, mostly dry, at least on this model. Notice not a washout by any means on Saturday, but we do have some other models that are showing some strong storms develop, so we'll definitely have to watch that closely on Saturday for hail and damaging wind gusts. I'm not concerned about flooding. Notice the rainfall totals from Friday all the way to Sunday, mostly under 2 inches. Now, of course, we could have some spots make it a little bit higher than that, but definitely not a whole lot of rain. It'll mostly be light, but all of us under that marginal risk of severe weather for Saturday only. Our lows tonight will be in the low to mid 60s. Highs tomorrow anywhere from the upper 70s through mid 80s. And that 10-day forecast showing us in the low 80s throughout the weekend. Upper 70s next Monday, just a tad bit cooler. The skies will clear, and then we'll have sunshine next Tuesday as we warm back up. Upper 80s next Wednesday.
We have got some rain coming.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, thank you, Jenna. A local mental health group is helping nonprofits come together to help others. Golden Harvest, Goodwill, the Augusta Housing Authority, and the Health Department were among those at the fair. It's usually held once a year, but this one was so successful they may do it again in the fall.
You know what? You have to treat the whole person, and there are lots of needs, whether it be a light bill, food, clothing, all of those things. And all of these partners provide those resources so that our patients can succeed, and that's huge, and that's a better community.
If you didn't attend the event, there are still ways you can benefit from the resources. Just visit Serenity Behavioral Health Systems for more. Still ahead, election season is here. How the federal government is working to ensure AI doesn't impact the presidential election. When coverage you can count on continues. First, though, the winning number since tonight's South Carolina lottery pick 3, 721. And the pick 4 winning numbers tonight, 9323. Fireball 9.
With nearly 30 years of
Trevor Shirley.
Sports is next. Our Brendan Robertson shows us why the Augusta Christian Lions roared the loudest to bring home their second straight state championship.
Make goodness in the making.
I'm News Channel 6 Sports Director Brendan Robertson here at Lexington High School, where the Augusta Christian Lions baseball team claims their second straight SCISA 4A state championship.
Man, it feels great. It's amazing. I'm so proud of these boys and the way they battled, losing a heartbreaker last night, and they battled back all the way down. And for them to come out and do what they did tonight, man, our pitchers threw a two-hitter. Combined shutout, so I'm so proud of those guys, man. They deserve this.
It feels amazing. I mean, I tried to do my best, and it works. You know, yesterday it was a tough game, but we came back like we used to do every day.
In a hard-fought series against Cardinal Newman, Augusta Christian won Game 1 at their place 3-1 earlier in the week, then lost a highly contested Game 2 where they were down 6-2, down to their last out in the final inning, rallied to tie the game at 6, but lost in extra innings 7-6. They came out fired up for Game 3 to leave no doubt who was the best team in the state.
We were going in, I mean, Game 2, it was rough when we struggled around errors and stuff, but I mean, we went to bed last night with a chip on our shoulder, and we were ready to go. We wanted to play this game, we wanted to get it over with, we wanted to win back to back. So it was awesome.
Seniors like Luca Perriello and Khalil Pratt head to Division I on scholarships. They and the other seniors leaving a legacy for the Lions.
I mean, these are my guys. I mean, I've been playing with most of these guys all my life. So, I mean, I'm just going to remember, like, just the building up to this point, because, I mean, it's been a lot of hard struggles, guys going through slumps. We've had a ton of injuries this year, and for us to come back and put it all together, I mean, it's been great.
And head coach Austin Robinson claims his second state championship in just his third year as the head coach.
I mean, these seniors, it started with the seniors last year, but this group of seniors bought in for 2 years in a row, and they got it done. They've left their legacy and their mark on this program, and the program's in a great spot.
Just the chemistry. The chemistry was good. I mean, chemistry last year was good, but I mean, we're all great friends, and so the chemistry was just it was ridiculous. I mean, it was best baseball, best talent baseball we had. It was just no one was beating us. No one was beating us, and it was awesome.
2 in a row, how does that feel?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, we put in so much time and dedication to this, just showing up every day. Hard practices, long practices. I mean, we put in the work and it showed off.
What do you remember most about this season? What stands out to you?
And the way these guys battled all year. There's so many positive moments, and so many key at-bats, key pitches, and these guys just fought, and they worked their tail off. There's no one moment that shines great. You know, these guys are just something special.
In other action, the strong Thurman baseball team playing in the Upper State Championship at Mid-Carolina. The Rebels seeing a tremendous season come to an end at 7-3. And in South Carolina softball action, the North Augusta Yellow Jackets will head to the Upper State Finals against Catawba Ridge after a 5-4 victory over York. Reporting from Lexington with the state champion Augusta Christian Lions, Brendan Robertson, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Coleman Services cares about.
Located at 383 Tower Drive in Augusta. A first grader from Kentucky was named the country's best cursive writer. Levi McCamish won the competition from a penmanship program called New American Cursive. He wrote the Pledge of Allegiance and had his handwriting compared to every other first grade boy in the country. Levi says he has his mom, grandma, and one other person to thank for his talents.
Because God made me a cursive writer, and he just was good and made me one.
Oh, Levi says he does his best work by following the 3 P's: posture, practice, and paper tilt. I could never win a cursive contest.
Really?
Even when we did write all the time.
I thought I was really good as a kid, but I think he has me beat. He is so sweet. I love that. Well, our 10-day forecast showing the rain chances Friday through Sunday. Temperatures topping off around 82 degrees, lows in the 60s. On Monday, we'll be clearing out, high of 78, and then warming back up with the sunshine next Tuesday and Wednesday.
And that is our report for now. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you download our mobile app for breaking news and weather. Our next news is at 4:30 with Mary Morrison and Barkley Bishop. Have a great night.
Don't snooze on Ashley. Only at Ashley.
At Tile Center, we'll work directly with you to help you select just the right products you'll need. Our staff has the expertise needed to assist homeowners, contractors, architects, and designers with any tile project anywhere in your home or office. At Tile Center, we bring your visions to life. Come see why for yourself at any of our locations at Tile Center or online at tilecenter.com. Your tile and stone experts.